Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Kevin Owasu Itoe, and welcome to Teach Yourself Test Automation. Right? If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you are because we are here to encourage each other, right? To upskill within the test realm or the test field. So we're going from manual test to automation test. We're teaching ourselves automation test tools and everything with that's required, all the technologies required to move from manual test to automation testing, right? And hopefully, um, within the year or whatever, then should be able to see myself kind of move towards automation, right? That's the desired goal. This site has been going for a while, but it's been on and off, right? So, but I'm on here now full time, and I have a project going on, which is my personal development plan, personal development project, which will run for a year. And hopefully, inside that year, I should be able to upskill myself and move towards automation testing, right? So, last video, let me not talk too much. Last video, what we did, we installed Cypress, right? And once we installed Cypress, we have done that through the command prompt. So your normal command prompt. So your command prompt from your system. Yeah. So command prompt. So you can use the command prompt. We've seen how we use the command prompt to do that, right? But I don't know why I went and opened that, because it's going to take a while now to shut down. But through your Visual Studio Code, you have an inbuilt. Let's just close this now, right? So you can actually use this. So you can change directory here, and then go to the directory that you've got your Cypress. You want to work off your Cypress project on, right? You've seen that. We've done that, right? But we have an inbuilt terminal on our Visual Studio Code, right? So we can use this. So we've used this and we've installed Cypress, and we have brought Cypress, our project folder, into the Visual Studio work space, right? So it's got this node modules folder, and it's got the package lock.json, and it's got our package JSON file, right? And you know this one is pretty important. We cannot do anything without this package.json file, because it holds it's kind of a reference point for any JavaScript based project, right? Just like Maven, for Maven you've got the pom.xml file. This now helps you control or manage all the dependencies for our Cypress project. Anyway, I digress. So what we have so far is these three folders, right, within our project, right? So now we want to launch Cypress, right? We want to launch Cypress. So we've installed Cypress, we want to launch Cypress. So how do you launch Cypress, right? So you will notice now there is no Cypress folder there just yet, right? But once we launch our Cypress, which is launch the Cypress test runner. A Cypress test runner now is you use test runner to actually run your Cypress test cases, right? So we're going to do that just now. So probably we have to head to the usually when you download Cypress for the first time, it tells you on the console here, on the terminal here, how to open Cypress, right? So to launch Cypress. If you see here, within our folder here, let's go see the command we need to use, right? Let's go see the command we need to use. So if we go to the Cypress official website, right, and we go down here, see how to run commands in Cypress. I would presume so. So Cypress run. So this is Cypress run as well, right? I don't see any Cypress open. The command is Cypress open, right? The command is Cypress open. So instead of Cypress run here, we use open, right? So if we copy this and we take this back to our Visual Studio Code, right, and put it right here, and instead of run, we go open, right? So you can tell now from here, it's asking you to traverse or to go to this folder, right? To this folder, and then use the command Cypress open, right? So it's telling you to traverse to this folder. So with that's our folder we created, and then within that folder we have installed JSON. Package.json, and we've also installed Cypress, right? That came with a node file, the node models, right? So it's asking you to navigate to this bin folder, and then within that bin folder, open your Cypress, right? So if we go back here and we just click enter, right? Hopefully now this should launch our test runner, right? This might take a while because this is the first time I'm launching it. So if it takes a while on this video, I don't have the options here to pause this video. So we might just wait for this to kick off actually, right? And I could tell you about my project, the project I'm doing, which is my personal development strategy project for a year. And once that year is lapsed, I'll be teaching myself all sorts of technologies on this channel. So if that's what you're into, you're a test analyst and you want to upskill from manual test to automation testing, then this is the YouTube channel to be at, right? Because we'll be teaching ourselves various technologies needed to go to upskill from manual tester to automation tester, right? And yeah, I've got also a blog out there as well, which is also by the name testautomation.com. So any practice videos I do here, I go to my blog and I do a write-up about that video, and also attach this video to the blog, and also some screenshots, right? So we're just waiting for a test runner to launch here. It takes a while because it's the first time I've done it, right? So if you see here, we have the Cypress that was installed as Cypress 7.3.0, right? But there is a new version of Cypress out there just now, which is Cypress 7.4.0, and I tried to install that. I installed it and installed okay, but when I tried to launch test runner, to launch Cypress, which is a test runner, there was a problem because it says it failed smoke test, right? It failed smoke test. So we are still waiting for this to launch, and I hope it doesn't take that much longer, because I could have paused this and come back to it later. That gave me the chance to talk about just fast forward the video or whatever to get to actually see Cypress being launched, right? Yeah. So we have to sit this one out. It's not doing anything yet. Are we seeing any movement? Yeah, here we go. So this is your test runner that's been launched. And hopefully now here you will see a folder created for us just called Cypress, right? There we go, as a folder, Cypress, right? Now, if you are launching this for the first time, right? So this is what's called the test runner, right? That Cypress uses. This is the interface that Cypress uses to actually run the test cases, right? So before you would have noticed this folder wasn't here, right? This folder wasn't here. So by launching Cypress creates this folder. Now within this Cypress folder, you have various folders, right? So you've got fixtures. We will learn all about this. I'll teach myself most of this and I'll share it, right? So we have the integration folder. we have the plugin folder, support folder. Now, I don't know much about these folders yet, but this is the framework. This is a Cypress framework, the project structure for Cypress, right? This is a ready-made framework, a ready-made Cypress framework, right? Which is awesome, right? And when you launch your test runner, right? Usually when you launch it for the first time, it tells you here that it has created a project folder for you, and it's also giving you sample test cases, right? So these are your example test cases that you can go in there and run and see how they run, right? So if you look at this is from the test runner, we have the integration folder right there, and then within the integration folder we have examples, right? So this is our examples of various test cases that Cypress has created for us, right? And if you go back to the Visual Studio Code again, if you open Cypress here and you go to integration and examples, now these are the same test cases as you have on your, you see, these are the same test cases you have on your so this one is that one, right? Files spec, file spec. So these are exactly the same cases you have on your Visual Studio Code and on your test runner, right? On your test runner. So how do we launch a test case in test runner, or launch a test case in Cypress? You just basically go to the test case and you click on it, right? You click on it and it probably opens wide, right? And hopefully this doesn't stay too long, white too long. But what you normally get is, my PC is slow, or my laptop is slow. What you normally get is your execution is on the right side of the window, right? And here we go. So your execution is on the right side of the window, and you have all your all your logs here, right? Your test logs, right? So let's just wait. It's taking a while because this is the first time we've launched it. So apologies, but this video is longer than expected, right? So the next time we launch this, it should be a little bit more faster. And it doesn't help that my laptop is slow, right? It has nothing to do with the bandwidth or the Wi-Fi, but I think it's just a slow laptop, right? So this is execution going on now. If it didn't go away, so you see this is your execution logs over here, and see it's ticking while it executes. It ticks off, and you can actually see what's going on the right side, right? On the right side, logs this side, execution live this side, right? And that's that test run, right? That's that test run within our test runner, right? So that's a test run. We could try another one, right? Let's try another one. I think which one did one? I don't know. Just click on any random one. It opens again. This time it's going to probably open it faster or run it faster. Yep, there you go. It's running it faster this time. Right, again. Logs on the right, on the left, and execution tab on the left, on the right. Yeah. So yeah, so that's basically how you launch your test cases on in Cypress, or via your test runner. And yeah, so we'll look more into kind of, probably will not need all this old test cases here. We'll probably just delete those and try and, well, I'll try and teach myself how to run a basic test, how to create a basic test case in the next video, right? And plenty to learn. We'll take it from there. Learn about these folders. Learn about the test runner. Learn about a little bit about the test runner as well, and learn about these folders, structures, and but Cypress is, it's a ready-made tool with an inbuilt framework, which not many tools have, right? You have to create your framework yourself, but here Cypress comes inbuilt framework, right? Which is awesome. And I look forward to learning much more around Cypress, right? And hopefully you too, you do as well, right? So um, next video or next practice video, I'll be teaching myself how to write a simple Cypress test case, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, my name is Kevin Owasu Itoe. I am signing out now.